Nagier Chambers, Black Film and TV, Karrueche and Mark. Thank you so much for your time today. Congratulations on your newest project. Terry McMillan presents Preach, Pray, and Love. How are you two doing?
We're amazing.
For you, I'm loving this this setup, this
Yeah,
vibe.
looking like
What
a
you got
gamer
going
over
on?
there.
Thank you very much. And this
Very
project comes to
cool.
Lifetime November 8th. Karrueche, before we get started, I just want to offer prayers to you, your family, friends, everyone being affected and impacted by the devastating Hurricane Melissa right now in Jamaica.
Oh,
Wishing you
thank
all
you.
the best and everything.
We are praying
Um,
hard. Yes.
Absolutely. Let's start off from the top here. I listen, it's a Terry McMillan project here, and we know what
Sure.
she
Come
brings.
on, man.
And in case anybody didn't know what she brings, I mean, she's always crafting strong, independent Black women as protagonists, and they navigate through like love and friendship and family, all a lot of the relatable things and things that are very much in our lives day to day. But for you two professionals here, when you have to step on one of her projects, what is the preparation? What is the collaborative conversations? And then ultimately, what's the excitement?
Well, for me, the preparation was, I played a rapper and I really wanted to embody that as much as possible. So I studied Lola Brooke. Um, because did I ever tell you that?
No,
I did,
this is the
yeah.
first time I'm
I
hearing
didn't
that.
tell you that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I studied with Lola Brooke simply because like she's petite like I am. And so just like her movements and just the way that she flowed, just kind of resonated with me. So I studied a lot of her like YouTube videos, her music videos, and her Instagram. Um, and the excitement of this is like Lifetime, it's Terry McMillan, it's being able to work as an actor and exercise our tool, being up for a challenge and having to rap something I've never done. I was in the studio, putting down some bars.
She was.
Yeah, you
um,
did.
it was tough, but it was hard and I got through it. And it was just everything involved was just super cool, and for us to be able to work together and meet for the first time, and to be able to create such chemistry, sorry, there's some people walking through, on screen is, let's just hold on.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
All good.
But just to what was I saying? Just to be able to create that chemistry together in real life and have that translate on screen. As actors, I think I can speak for the both of us. That's very important to have that chemistry, especially with the story, so beautiful as this one.
Yeah, and it's really
Absolutely.
exciting. Number one, to push our culture's narrative forward, but also, this character's name is PK that I play, and I'm a real PK in real life, like a real pastor's kid. So my daddy is a pastor, my grandfather, my great grandfather was a pastor. So I come from a long line, a long lineage of pastors. So to step into their role means a lot to me because I do a lot to make my parents proud. And this is
Yeah.
one that could really make them proud. And number two, I could speak to some of um the way pastors are viewed. This pastor, Pastor PK, he's a man. He's a man with eyes. He saw a beautiful woman and he didn't care what his congregation had to say about it. He didn't care that she went to jail. He didn't care that she was a gangster rapper. He saw her heart. She came for salvation and she also found love at the same place. And it didn't matter what anybody had to say. So just being able to step into those shoes and make my father and my grandfather proud, it's just really exciting.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you, how did you, get the cadence down? I mean, you were definitely giving pastor, so it's in
If
your
there's,
blood.
if there's one thing I know how to do, whether I whether I know anything or not, is I know how to do that. Mostly
Yeah,
because I hate to say it, but a lot of it is learned. Like when you just grow up in it, bro, you
yeah,
just know it. It's just in you. And
yeah,
I'm not a pastor. I'm not a minister. I'm just a regular Christian guy, but I just know how to do it. And I've for this in particular, I tried to find little ways to honor my father and honor my grandfather with certain words that they would say and certain things like that. But I didn't really have to go all deep. It was right
yeah.
there. I have been in the water, so all I have to do is swim.
Fantastic job, man. Absolutely. And yeah, I absolutely adored you two's chemistry. And I think for my next question, the real conversation to really come from out of this film is really the conversation between pop culture and religion, because there's always these sort of norms or sort of stereotypes around them. And I think this film challenges that because, you know, in terms of like what a rapper should do, or what a rapper should look like, or what is a pastor or somebody that's involved with the church, what do they look like? How should they respond to certain situations? So for you two, what are you hoping is the conversation that comes from out of this film that challenges those stereotypes and those norms?
Mm, um, I'm hoping that people really lean into like the vulnerability of it all and just um when you hit a certain point in your life or at any moment actually, it's okay to change, or it's okay to want better. It's okay, especially if it doesn't from from the outside looking in seem as though like that's what's right for you or meant for you. You can create your own world. You can do whatever you want. If you feel spiritually inclined to do whatever or just anything, I just want like people to understand. And I feel like in the Black community, sometimes we're not very like open, or we don't talk about our emotions, or wanting to change or anything like that, or evolve, and I feel like I hope people can really take away from that, just knowing that it's okay to be in any position that you're at, whether you need help or not, whether you're hitting rock bottom, and to be open to whatever may be in front of you. If it
Yeah.
feels unfamiliar, but if your heart is telling you something different, then, I always believe in you trust in the body, and your body's always going to give you signs, So I hope people become more open and vulnerable,
Yeah.
and open to different ways of life. I think we think this is supposed to look like this, A, B, C,
Yeah.
D. It can be whatever you want. Be
Yeah.
open to love, That's a
Mm.
big thing. Be open to
Yeah.
different faces of love. And I think Charlie Mega found love in many different ways, in herself, in PK, in the church, music in a different way, in a different direction.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love her growth. And me personally, sorry, I'm talking so
No, it's right.
me personally, like in my own journey, I'm growing as a woman. And like I wasn't as crazy as Charlie Mega, but I used to be, but
All right.
I used to be, I used to live a different life, which is
Yeah.
okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But now I'm maturing, and like I like to be, in bed at 9 o'clock, and I like to wake up early and go to the gym and take care of myself. I'm adulting,
Go,
No,
Go adulting.
I do, but like it's a cool thing to watch. So like I love the evolution of Charlie Baker.
And I just want to say, I hope that people can take away a couple of things. Number one, relentless pursuit. No matter what it is, no matter what adversity there is, no matter what people around you are saying, if you see something, if you feel something, a relentless pursuit of whatever it is, if it's love, if it's a job, if it's career, if it's betterment of yourself, relentless pursuit. That's what they have for each other.
That's a great one.
Relentless pursuit. And number two, thank you. Number two, I hope people can look at their spiritual leaders like their pastor as a human and not like God. PK's church, they strung him up, they put him up on this pedestal, and the minute he saw love from somebody that they didn't deem worthy, they were all ready to pull out.
Yeah, Christians, right?
Not just Christians though, because it's across the board. I won't let you just crucify one, crucify them all.
Fair, fair.
I hope
Yep.
that people can look at their religious leaders and look at them as real humans who deserve and desire love, peace, affection,
Yeah. Amen to that. Let me slide this last one in because I'm getting ready to come up on time. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the Brat here. Now,
Oh,
first
yeah.
and foremost, the legendary presence of the Brat already is going to be like Yes. But I want to know, like, what does her presence bring to a set? And then ultimately, because you two do have a collaborative moment at the end of the film, I want to know who all was involved with that. The performance you two have at the end of the film,
Yeah.
the little rap duet, shall I say. Was the Brat involved? And then ultimately just her being on set regardless. Just talk about the folks that made a contribute to that moment.
Brad wasn't involved.
She wasn't involved in that.
Yeah, she
But
wasn't involved in that,
she's a
but
legend.
but we're gonna say she was
Yeah.
involved in that. Just and just having her a part of the story just adds to the culture of it, because the
Yeah.
Brat is the culture when it comes to music and hip hop and rap, and having her in the studio with me as my producer,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like official, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was, just a huge blessing. And I didn't even know she was gonna be my producer
That's crazy.
till later.
And then I'll give you some lore on the ending song. So originally, that song, Better, is by PJ Morton, who's one of my favorite artists. In the original script, PJ Morton was supposed to sing the song. Like he
Okay.
was coming to perform the song. Once they cast me, they knew that I sang, and they were like, maybe Mark should sing the song. So they came to be like, hey, would you sing the song? And I'm like, yeah, PJ's my favorite artist. And then we went in the studio and did it. But I just thought PJ was going to be singing the song. So it's an honor to sing one of my hero songs in this movie. I hope we did it justice.
Yeah.
She did her thing on it. I did my level best. And I think it was a cool, smooth, beautiful, cute ending to the movie.
Absolutely. While it's a cute ending to the movie, I tell you, I would love to live one more day in the lives of these two characters. I mean, exploring themes such as faith and really seeing, the resilience aspect of it, the perseverance aspect out of it, and really just newfound self, something that all of us are really going through day to day. I would just love to see what that next chapter would look like. But nonetheless, I got to
Let's
get people
talk
to
some
go
my
check it.
time about it, okay?
Okay, let's put it up
Imagine
there.
that. Charlie as a first lady.
Yes.
I'm exploring a singing career now. She took over the church. I went to music. I don't know.
Let's
Maybe
do it. Let's do it. But in the
Barbados or something.
Right.
meantime, let me get folks over to check this one out because on November 8th on Lifetime, a part of the Love of a Lifetime slate, Terry McMillan presents Preach, Pray, Love. Karrueche and Mark, thank you so much for your time today and congratulations on this project.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Take care. Appreciate it.
Bye.